It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Sacramento Kings. Well, for Sacramento, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. Should be an interesting evening. Two teams that like to slow things down a bit.
Ernie, you sound like a record that's going wrong.
Yeah.
Man, need to speed you up. Put
Kenny,
that battery in your back.
what are some of the keys to running a really good half-court offense?
Why are you slowing me down, Ernie? Patience. Gotta have patience. Like you have to have the kind of patience that it takes to sit next to you and Shaq right now, while you guys are really making me feel uncomfortable with your slow motion manners.
Well, Ernie, he didn't answer the question
Oh,
right.
my goodness.
You have to value each possession because you may not get a lot of them.
That's the
Not
fastest
only
I've heard
that,
Shaq
Ernie,
speak.
offensive rebounding can change a game.
Oh,
Excellent point.
Thank you,
man.
Ernie.
that actually you need to speak like that more often.
Let's go courtside to Kevin
Harlan.
Harlan.
I'm the only one in
Harlan.
fast motion here.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Last game for the Hawks, they picked up the W against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role, and that night it was about scoring.
Well, on the road, you need as many contributors as you can find. The reserves definitely help fuel the win that time.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Sacramento Kings coach Dave Yeager started out coaching in the minor leagues, and every year he'd attend NBA training camps, but especially ones with teams that had big roster turnover. He said a coach who's had his team together calls out a drill, and everybody does it. But to watch those guys teach and put it all together, that was where you really learned. Kevin?
Thanks, David, and it's clear that Coach Yeager is a details guy, an impressive young coach. And Chris, still early in the season, is the pecking order of teams still up in the air, or is it starting for you to lock in?
Well, it starts to lock in for a couple of teams. Those teams that you see start off with those good records, 9-1, 10-2. Those elite teams that you see on each coast that kind of have their own mission. For everyone else, it's a little bit different. The pecking order, the fighting now, the jockeying really starts to get into right now. So that first 20 games, you establish who you are, your identity, and then the next 20, you're fighting to continue to keep that identity or improve it. So don't worry about wins and losses. Those other teams are going to separate, but can you just stay in the middle of the pack and improve and hopefully make your move when the playoffs come?
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Collison and Hield, their backcourt. Labissiere and Cauley Stein are the bigs. And it's Carter in at the 3 spot. Here's Cauley Stein, lays it up and banks it in. Cauley Stein's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Kings. Kings on D, defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And the big problem, they got trigger happy. Shot a very low percentage from beyond the arc.
Well, the obvious solve is to go to the basket. I mean, there were some open lanes. They were just unwilling to take advantage of them.
And Buddy Hield, the centerpiece of the DeMarcus Cousins trade. Talk about what makes him, Greg, so intriguing.
Well, the Wooden Award winner in his senior season, he led Oklahoma to the Final Four, and how about leading the nation in three-pointers made? I think that can translate to the NBA level and could make him a difference maker.
One shot.
And Buddy Hield, just one of those players who can hurt you on offense in so many ways, has the shot, but also is comfortable finishing in traffic and at the rim.
Look, when he's going, he can put up big numbers. Hield's ability to find points through different means is why he's a high upside scorer. Great all-around offensive game.
Now here's Schroeder. He picked up 15 points in their last win against New Orleans.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Fox against Schroeder. Labissiere, the screen, out to Carter, lets it go with a three. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound.
Some very slack defending, playing with fire to leave him that open beyond the arc.
Here's the three. Offensive rebound, Dedmon. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Oh, tough effort right there on the glass. Those second chance points can pay off in a big way.
Hield dishes to Fox. There's the feed to Carter over Prince. That doesn't go either for Carter. Hawks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. Schroeder outside. Yes, that goes in.
Wow, he's only going to hit that shot about 1 out of 10 times.
Kings have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Cauley-Stein kicks to Hield. Cauley-Stein a screen. Out to Carter. The wide open look here for Fox. Sacramento again missing. Now here's Bazemore, covered by Hield. Shoots off the step back, misses off the right iron. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Fox against Schroeder. Carter on the wing. He kicks to Hield. Labissiere, the screen, pulls up on the elbow. Sacramento again missing. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Ilyasova passes to Bazemore. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Carter kicks to Cauley-Stein. Gets hauled in by Ilyasova. Atlanta's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Feeds to Prince. Ilyasova, a screen on Carter. No good off the back of the rim.
He hasn't been very precise at all this quarter.
Looking to end the drought. Rebounded by the Hawks.
He doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
Prince against Carter. Prince kicks it over to Schroeder. Lets the three fly. A rebound by Carter.
He finds a major hole in the D beyond the arc and still can't cash in on it.
Fox. That one falls coming off Carter's feed. Fox has got his first 2 points.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
Bazemore dishes to Schroeder. He gets it in there.
He caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
The Kings leading. Now here's Fox. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Wizards in Washington. Cauley-Stein at the elbow. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
And it's important for Cauley-Stein's confidence that he gets these interior shots to fall. The more he sees the ball go in, the more assured he will feel down inside.
Well, Willie Cauley-Stein out of Kentucky, a player who many thought would eventually become a big-time center in the league, was taken 6th overall in 2015. That surprised some people, but he has had a hard time finding his place in this NBA.
Well, for Cauley-Stein, some of it has been opportunity, but also just consistency. He's shown some flashes of greatness for moments, but he rarely puts together a stretch of those big games.
And that one falls for Cauley-Stein.
Now, when you think of Cauley Stein, the word length comes to mind. A huge target on offense and a tenacious shot blocker and rebounder on the defensive end.
Now, here's Bazemore. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
Oh, and don't forget about the heavy lifting he did on the glass all evening. He controlled the game in a number of ways. Just an unbelievable effort on the glass tonight.
Here's Labissiere after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder.
His touch has been terrific this quarter. Most of what he puts up is going down.
The Hawks trail by 4. Passes it to Dedmon. It's stolen by Hield. And here's the break. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Hill is an excellent shooter. He's fantastic at going into contact. He likes getting to the line.
And the Hawks known for their equal opportunity drive and kick offensive style. But Greg, their three-point shooting percentage has cratered the last few seasons.
Yeah, and the way the league is going, that's something they'll have to fix. The free throw line, also an issue for this group. It's clear they're in search of more shooting.
He misses the free throw. Chris, you had some amazing years with the Kings. Thinking back on it, what was one of your favorite moments in this jersey?
Wow, clinching the West in 2002. Really thought that was going to be our year. Having my jersey retired by the team was pretty special as well. And, you know, just the fans. You know, when you're getting buckets in front of those fans, it's nothing like it. And so just the memories I have being part of the community of Sacramento.
Well, considering the Kings, Chris, and how they have fared in the draft, it is clear to see why they just haven't been able to find and field a top team in so long. They've struggled drafting.
Yeah, they're just hoping that trend is reversed with this latest group. Fox, Jackson, Giles, they're a solid trio. Still, before this class, the only first-round pick of the Kings who was still with the team was Cauley Stein.
Here's Bazemore after the basket by De'Aaron Fox. And Bazemore kicks to Dedmon. This is to Schroeder. Teardrop shot. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The dish to Hield. Cauley Stein a screen. Hield the pass to Fox. Shot clock at 6. Back to Hield. Lets it go from deep. Out to Carter for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Carter's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator. And that's one reason why his team is playing well.
There's the pick. Ilyasova a screen. Prince outside. No one near him. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Prince has got 5 now.
Solid pick to create that opening. The soft touch on the jumper.
So the Kings call timeout, their first. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
And that makes it interesting. They don't know each other all that well, so we should see a lot of in-game adjustments.
Well, we always hear about how some guys are locker room leaders or a veteran presence on a team. Chris, how quickly does someone establish themselves as a team leader? It's universally embraced by the rest of the team.
It's tough. You know, some guys can come in and do it day one, but I think that we've seen a lot of leaders grow, whether it was a great leader like a 2-time MVP in Nash. It took some years first for him to understand himself and then kind of let his leadership you follow that on the court. We bring that to today with a guy like a John Wall. It's taken him about 4 or 5 years to really learn to be around veterans, but guys are coming in younger now, and so I think that it's going to take a little bit of time to develop, but as long as they're continuing to learn, as long as they're continuing to put the effort out, because you're a leader first by what you do, not by what you say, and so if you are trying to figure your way out and work hard, then you're being a leader. People are figuring it out. It's usually when does the vocal critical part come in, along with kind of leading by an example. And so I think for every person it's different, but it's a lot of fun watching, because when they get to that point, you've definitely seen some development and growth from them mentally and physically, when you know they've taken over the reins like a guy like John Wall has.
Good insight. That free throw, no good. And if there's one thing the Hawks have hung their hats on, it's been their defense.
Very disciplined across the board. They take charges, they protect the paint, they do a great job with their communication. And even though they get their share of blocks and steals, I think they do a great job of avoiding those cheap fouls.
And the second free throw, good. Sacramento leading by 3. Mason kicks to Jackson. To the inside. Gets it to go. That one good from Papagiannis.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Delaney kicks to Collins. Collins, a screen on Bogdanovich. They set the pick. And there's the pass to Collins. Clock at 6. Here's Bellinelli. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Sacramento's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Here's Delaney. 9 points last game. Muscala dishes to Babbitt. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Collins. No good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Down low. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Atlanta takes possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Kings.
And they had a good split between their work in the paint and their three-point shooting. If the triple wasn't there for them on any given night, they were able to come inside and do some damage down low.
And the Hawks with possession here. It's a 5-point game. Delaney kicks to Bellinelli. He feeds it to Babbitt. Pass to Delaney. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. 6 to shoot. Shoots a fader. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Sacramento leading by 5. Here's Bogdanovich. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. This goes against Atlanta.
Foul. 2.
First trip to the line for him here.
Two shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second.
And the Hawks in the last couple seasons with some roster turnover, established veterans departing, and now with Millsap leaving, they have embraced a complete rebuild.
Here's Bellinelli. His last outing, he had 8 points. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And the Hawks traded Howard and lost Paul Millsap in short time. So the rebuild, it would appear, is on for Atlanta.
Yeah, and it seems like they feel good with how they've approached it. You know, you got to commit to turning things over and starting anew. And the Hawks have taken the first steps to building towards the future.
That free throw missing. Well, Chris, NBA players will go around to every arena at least once in a season. Does each arena have its own feel and look? And how does that impact players when they play on the floor, a depth perception from the basket to the last row. They've told me that every building feels different. Is that true?
Yeah, every building does feel different, but because every player is different, you know, it just depends on which guy and which arena. You know, I used to love Portland because it was dark in Portland and it felt warm in there. I don't know why. I mean, I can't really even explain that well, but I used to love playing in Portland. And I know some guys that have an arena that is bright, or they just love getting there, or maybe they just love that city. So a lot of times, I tell you what arena I really loved, and it was the first time I went to Boston Garden, because I just sat and I stretched on the floor, probably for the longest of any game, because I sat there and I touched the parquet floor and I got to look up at all the banners, and I, you know, kind of reading the banners there and who played there and what year they won, and tried to remember that team. And so there's some arenas that's just special because who's performed there, who's been there before you, and so every arena has a different feel.
That's a great answer. And it's in there.
And really, Bellinelli isn't just merely a shooter, he also gets to the rim deceptively quick.
Kings leading now by 3. Mason kicks to Randolph. There's the screen. Bogdanovich passes to Papagiannis. Second chance shot, and he dunks it down.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
But that's all about going back to the fundamentals. Defensive rebounding, you got to have it, especially when you're getting waxed.
Here's Babbitt after the Kings pick up 2. Here's Delaney. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Mason kicks to Papagiannis. There's Jackson with the 3. The shot will not fall, and Atlanta will go the other way with it.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Babbitt with the 3. Here's Muscala, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. While we're in the quick break, let's show you the list of the hottest shooting rookies in the NBA this year. The Hawks have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. The first one falls.
And the Kings, for so long, had not been active in free agency. You have to like the moves this organization has made to bring in some vets in the offseason. Randolph and Hill bring a lot of experience and leadership to the locker room.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And Greg, the Kings wanted to have veteran leaders, and that's what they've got right now.
And the Kings are in a rebuild mode, and you need vets to lead that process. Show the youngsters the right way to do things, and I think the Kings have started to make some very savvy moves here as they begin this rebuild.
Oh, man, it's great to see Bellinelli working that mid-range jumper. Defenses have to be more wary of him from there, given his sweet stroke.
Here's Babbitt with the 3. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Randolph kicks to Bogdanovich.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
The Kings have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
And well, last season for the Kings, they were in the hunt for a good stretch there early on, but kind of fell out of playoff contention and finally decided to pull the trigger and trade DeMarcus Cousins. It marked a major direction change that this team, I think, wanted to make.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
Delaney kicks to Collins. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Delaney, the pass to Collins. To the paint, Muscala, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And Randolph with the basket on the assist by Mason. Randolph's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, that's just a plus play. Randolph in the catch and shoot, pretty confident when he squares up.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's Sacramento up by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Oh, yeah, this is how they squeezed out extra possessions and captured the early lead.
The Kings leading. On the court for Sacramento, we've got Bogdanovich. Jackson is out there with Zach Randolph. Then there's Mason. And it's Papagiannis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Pass to Collins. Here's Babbitt with the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. 2 points. That one goes. Mason's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Kings.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Raptors. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Hawks. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, with the start they've had, they've taken what was such a hopeful preseason and turned the mood sour.
Yeah, but we all know it's completely different going from the preseason to the regular season. They aren't the same. But it's still disappointing considering how well they played in the preseason and how poorly they have performed to start this season.
Here's Delaney after the made shot from Zach Randolph. From past the arc, Delaney no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Mason kicks to Bogdanovich. Here's Papagiannis. He's covered by Muscala. Papagiannis passes to Mason. 6 to shoot. Papagiannis kicks to Randolph. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Babbitt. They get it again. Muscala. And it's blocked. Here's Bogdanovich. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Bogdanovich has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Collins passes to Delaney. Hawks passing it around. Stolen by Jackson. Bogdanovich left side. Over Bellinelli. Here's Papagiannis. And that one is hammered home.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you what, it's like football. Having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Chris, there are so many players that can make you just scratch your head and contemplate how did they make that play. With that in mind, which players just amaze you the most with what they can do on the floor?
It's so many. I mean, look up there and let's look at the Splash family with Kevin Durant. The fact that he can score with ease off the dribble or on the catch. And look at Thompson, his partner, can get you 60 points off of 11 dribbles. So just catch and shoot. And Curry, he's Mr. Video Game. He is the human video game. He shoots, makes, and takes shots that you would think no one else has the right to take. So those guys are ready. But then you have younger guys like Antetokounmpo up there in Milwaukee. His length, his athletic ability, his love for the game, his passion. Watching him get involved in those games, he's so exciting to watch. He comes to mind as well.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany handed the keys as the full-time starter at the point guard in his 4th season.
And with his confidence and competitive spirit, you know, he was chomping at the bit for that opportunity. And you got to love his athleticism coupled with that big play capability. It's just exciting to see how good this young man can become.
That's good from Schroeder. He's perfect from the line this time.
He's so confident, so self-assured on every free throw he takes.
And here is Fox. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Healed with the bucket.
Gotta respect how hard Hill works. Awesome at finding ways to get open, especially off the screens.
Now Bazemore. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. It's stolen by Hield. Fox against Schroeder. Here's Carter. It's deflected. Now here's Bazemore. Tight defense on him. Here's Prince. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Sacramento leading by 9. Here's Carter to the middle. And stolen by Ilyasova. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Hawks with possession here. Bazemore with it. Dedmon dishes to Bazemore. Count that one. Bazemore's got his 2nd basket of the night.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
Kicks to Hield. He dishes it to Carter. Over Prince. Carter can't get that one to fall.
Frozen. Guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Ring shot on the way. Bazemore misses.
The D pretty much taking that possession off, but the shot's off target with nobody near.
Hield kicks to Labissiere. Hield the pass to Cauley-Stein. At the top of the key, Labissiere. Sacramento again missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Man, he has an excellent mid-range game. Surprising how much room he had to operate on that play.
So it's Sacramento now, after the basket by Atlanta. Hield kicks to Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Wow, at 7 feet tall, Cauley-Stein is a major threat to throw it down. If he gets the ball close to the rim, the D is pretty much toast.
Now here's Schroeder. He's got 8. Prince outside. But they'll get another chance. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
I'll give credit to the arms of Cauley-Stein. They go on forever, which makes him the ultimate alley-oop finisher.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Now here's Schroeder, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Clock at 6. Off the screen. And that one goes long.
He's got to be wondering, how did he miss that? I mean, he had all the space in the world.
Here's Carter. Atlanta with the rebound. Dedmon's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Prince kicks it to Bazemore. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Cauley-Stein at the elbow. Shoots from the baseline. Dedmon with the block. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Six on the shot clock. Here's Hield. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Schroeder leading the charge. Here's Dedmon. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. Ilyasova sets a screen for Schroeder. That doesn't go either for Schroeder. Sacramento leading by 9. Carter dishes to Labissiere. Now here's Fox. Cauley-Stein a screen. Three-pointer Hield. They get it again.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Atlanta calls timeout.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points. And a moment to see numbers for Dedmon. He's averaging 10 points a game, 16 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
Yeah, we talk about players getting hot offensively. He's in the same kind of groove with his defense right now. He's a beast at that end of the floor.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it's certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
So, Kevin, you know momentum is a fickle thing. Sometimes one simple boost in confidence can change the complexion of an entire game.
The Kings have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. First one falls for him.
Yeah, Carter just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
Carter hits them both. Yeah, it's interesting to see the impact of technology on the game, too. I heard LeBron James. A lot of players now review footage on a tablet when they check out their play.
Well, yeah, you know, back in the older days, a lot of us went to the locker room and you would go in the room and watch it on video. So it's the same type premise. It's just that, you know, technology is better today. I mean, every guy wants to do it. You want to know what you're doing well, what you're doing wrong. You're all a coach on the floor. You're the quarterback, and LeBron especially is the quarterback of his offense. So it doesn't surprise me before that he's studying tape.
Now here's Cauley-Stein. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. And he gets the bucket. Cauley Stein's got 13 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Schroeder passes to Dedmon. Back to Schroeder. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
And shooters beware. Cauley Stein is very crafty at how he rises up for the block. So good at catching scores off guard with his wide reach.
And Labissiere gets it to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Dedmon kicks it over to Schroeder. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Ilyasova a screen. Prince. Another miss by Prince.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
That drive by Carter, and it goes down 2 points. He's got 7.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Well, perhaps the biggest thing is that Coach Yager is providing the Kings a stability in the coaching position. First time a coach has been here for multiple years since 2012. Consistency is a key in helping this team get back on track.
And with Yager coming to the Kings, part of why they wanted him is because he had success and a track record before becoming available, something this team knows they needed.
Now, it's very hard for a franchise to find success when they're always having coaching changes. Players have to learn a new system each year. There's no fluidity, and it adds hurdles to the team's development.
And that one misses. Greg, you ask a lot of GMs. De'Aaron Fox, probably the fastest player in this year's rookie class.
And he plays at one speed. That's lightning. I mean, he's got speed to burn. And maybe not quite as fast as, say, John Wall, but he isn't far behind. He uses that quickness well also in terms of just busting seams on the offense. And at the other end, he can be an outstanding defender as he was at Kentucky. And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
And Bellinelli kicks to Delaney. Muscala pass to Delaney. Off the run and off the front iron, and in it goes. Delaney's got 5 now. Kings leading now by 16. Bogdanovich passes to Papagiannis. Inside, the feed to Bogdanovich. Fox dishes to Randolph. Another shot. Rebound, Atlanta. Collins has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Bellinelli. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And Bellinelli kicks to Babbitt. Here's Bogdanovich. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 7 points in the game.
What you have to give Randolph, great understanding for the game. Knows how to generate offense.
Collins, a screen on Bogdanovich. There's a screen. Delaney kicks to Babbitt. Feeds to Collins. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
And here is Fox. Randolph passes to Papagiannis. Jackson from long range. And so it's Sacramento with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks. Here with Coach Yager. Coach, how do you keep control of this game going forward?
Well, we can keep them out of the paint. You can't play like you're up 4 touchdowns. Try to guard the basketball. They put their heads down. You can't be unaggressive. You got to be aggressive.
Coach, we'll see if you can keep up that defensive intensity. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, how about their ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks.
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
And we welcome you back with a look at Phillips Arena, such a terrific location here in the heart of downtown Atlanta. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. It's been one outstanding game from Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
Oh, yeah, and in the first half, he was not only changing shots, he was sending them back into the crowd.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Schroeder and Bazemore are in the backcourt. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Ilyasova, and it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And it's Carter penetrating. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Carter's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Kings. There's a screen. Schroeder dishes to Bazemore. The kick out to Ilyasova. No good on the triple. Sacramento leading by 18. Back to Hield. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And one of the side effects of the Cousins trade was it did open up more playing time for Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, immediately he was able to step in and fill those minutes and became a much larger part of their offense.
Free throw drops for Hield. Hey, Greg, when Cauley-Stein got those extra minutes after the Cousins deal, you could see a change in his play. Much more aggressive, much more confident.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it just takes a clear path to minutes to change a player. Cauley-Stein had been getting better and better before the trade. Having the team believe he could step in was a huge boost in his confidence and his play.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, everybody knows he's a talented guard. He's a deadly scorer. He can get hot in a hurry.
Schroeder kicks to Ilyasova. Passes to Bazemore. Again, the Hawks good for 2. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Now Fox. 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Hield. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Hield. And he lobs it up, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Oh, and when Cauley-Stein is cutting to the hoop after the screen, his teammates are doing their best to get him to rock. He is so good at finishing as the roller after the pick.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Dedmon. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Hield. Dishes it to Fox. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Into the 3rd we go. 2 minutes in now. Fox passes to Hield. Off target with his 3.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Now Hield after the missed 3 from Dennis Schroeder. Again, Hield missing.
Wasted opportunity. That's a good chance right there for an easy 2 on the open jump.
Second chance shot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Hawks have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Sacramento making a switch here. Mason's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Kings leading now by 18. Hield kicks to Mason. The dish now to Carter. On the wing, Hield. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 3 assists now in this one.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for the Kings.
And when you come into a game with the mindset of going right at the rim and not settling for outside shots, this is what your shot chart will look like. Every chance they've had to either attack the paint or play back to the basket, they've taken it, and it's been a complete success thus far.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Now here is Carter. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Here's Mason. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's on Dennis Schroeder. For Sacramento, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. And that one falls for Mason. And Mason drops them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Dedmon. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
He gets it to him off the bounce pass and gets the assist.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
One shot.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Mason dishes to Heel. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Heald's got 13.
Hield is so quick on the drive, blasting through the defense, easily getting all the way to the cup.
Bazemore passes to Dedmon. Schroeder, right side. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm, and if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Mason misses. Hawks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Prince's shot is good. Kings leading now by 20. Mason with it. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Unloads from 13. And Labissiere sends it back. A shot by Prince. And the shot no good, a bit short. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Hield. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
I like how Hield gets solid positioning inside. A terrific score close to the basket.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Hawks have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And he makes both free throws. Kings leading now by 20. Here is Mason. Cauley-Stein up top. Down low. Shot clock at 6. Labissiere, no good. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now here's Bazemore, covered by Heel. Stolen by Carter. Now here's Hield. 15 points in the game. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times. Atlanta calls timeout. One guy who's been getting it done is Buddy Hield.
Wow, it's time for them to switch up their defense on him because what they've been doing so far is not working.
For the Hawks, Muscala, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon, and Collins subbed in for Ilyasova. Then for the Kings, Yorgos Papagiannis is checked in for Cauley-Stein. Randolph comes in for Labissiere, and it's Bogdanovich in for Carter. And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder. And Muscala has it in the corner. Collins, a screen on Bogdanovich. Just 4 to shoot. Bazemore misses.
His shot hasn't been going in, and they will probably have to look for someone else to step up and provide for them.
And going into last season, Kent Bazemore commanding a salary in excess of $17 million. Greg, how did an undrafted player coming off his first starting season in the league get that kind of salary?
Timing is everything. Reflection of the market. You remember he had that huge spike in the cap. It's also a bet on his upside and work ethic. And with Bazemore, you see that the dedication to improve is there, and that's what made the Hawks comfortable with the contract. And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Now here's Hield. 17 points in the game. Here's Randolph. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Randolph's got 8.
Right in his wheelhouse. Randolph putting in work in the paint.
Mason against Schroeder. To the wing on the left. Here's Muscala. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Mason kicks to Papagiannis. There's the screen. Down low. It's tipped and stolen by Bazemore. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. So the Kings will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Picked by Randolph. Hield dishes to Randolph. Rebound by Muscala.
That was a half-hearted pick, and he was just going through the motions on that possession, and now it ends up costing him.
Here's Collins. Randolph grabs the board. Randolph's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Bogdanovich. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 9 points in the game so far. Atlanta's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Schroeder kicks to Prince. Back to Schroeder. Fires the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. And here is Mason. There's the pass to Hield. It's stolen by Muscala. Looking to end his cold spell. Great positioning on the putback. 11 points for Prince.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Now here's Randolph. 8 points for him. 2 points. That one goes.
After a trying first half where he struggled with the shot, he has really found his rhythm, shooting the rock in the second half.
There's the pick. And Bazemore kicks to Muscala. The drive by Schroeder. Over Mason. And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Well, he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. So for the Hawks, Luke Babbitt, he's checked in for Prince. Bellinelli comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Malcolm Delaney in for Dennis Schroeder. Jackson, he's checked in for Sacramento. Fox comes in for Mason. Now, here's Fox. He's got 5. Here's Bogdanovich. Sacramento again missing. The Hawks trail by 20. Here's Delaney. 5 points in the game. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. We take a look at the Warriors. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And checking out Sacramento, 7.5 games behind.
And checking out Sacramento, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Well, it's not really shocking, is it? Considering the makeup of their roster. They need a ton of help in many areas if they want to get better.
Atlanta's shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Collins kicks to Babbitt. Over to the wing. Here's Bellinelli. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Bellinelli's got 9.
Oh, simple screen, but there was a defensive mix-up that left the man wide open.
Now, here's Fox. D right on him. Randolph passes to Fox. Randolph sets a screen for Fox. And he banks in the layup. He's got 7.
Nice work right there by Randolph. That's your big man coming off the screen and getting it done.
Delaney kicks to Collins. Delaney, the pass to Collins. Back to Delaney. Shoots over Fox. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Now, here's Fox. He's guarded closely. Randolph dishes to Fox. No good on the 3. Hawk shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. With the floater, the shot missing. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Bogdanovich, no luck.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
Here's Babbitt with the 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Randolph's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Bogdanovich. Connects on the 17-footer.
Look, that's playing inside out, simply taking what the defense gives them.
Here's Collins. The Hawks again can't hit. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Sacramento just dominating this one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now let's hear what head coach Dave Yeager was reviewing with his team.
Stay aggressive, keep them moving. Don't let them stand and get set up and scheme up.
And that's Dave Yeager laying out the key points for his team over this next stretch.
Yeah, I mean, he really wants the ball and his guys to remain in constant motion. Keep the defense on defense.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. On the floor for Sacramento. Inside, it's Zebo and Cauley Stein. Bogdanovich out there with Fox, and it's Jackson in at the 3. Chris, traditionally, we've had the standard 1 through 5 spots on an NBA team, but it seems more and more GMs and coaches are going away from labeling a player to one of those spots, like positionless basketball. Are we going to see more of that? Is it going to work its way around to another level? How do you view that?
Well, I just think that the game is evolving, and I think right now you have to have a certain skill set to play. And that means you have to be able to dribble, pass, shoot, and defend. If you think about it, we had players that could just defend, couldn't dribble or throw a ball in the ocean. Well, that really can't work anymore. And you have to have players with the total skill set regardless of size. I do think, though, that you'll always have to have positions. I hated how we took the center out of the All-Star game. You never see in baseball, they say, it's okay. You don't have to have a center fielder. You can just put 2 left fielders in there. You still have to identify a position, and for the tradition and the honor of the game, I say we do that. But we got some pretty big guys and some pretty great guys. So what would you call Dirk Nowitzki? Is he a 5? He's 7 feet tall. Is he a 4? Is he a 3? It doesn't matter. He just has game. What do you call Kevin Durant? A 7-foot flamethrower? I mean, he's a center, a power forward. I don't know what you call him, but I know that size or positions are no more defined by height. They used to be defined by height. 7 foot and up centers, 6'9" and up power forwards. Now you have 6'9" and up point guards. So I love the fact that the game's evolving, but I think the 5 best players are just going to play, but you're going to have every single size because right now skill set is all that matters.
So it's Sacramento now, following the 3 by Atlanta. Detman with the block. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Here's Labissiere. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Delaney. Guarded by Fox. Ilyasova a screen. Delaney. Ilyasova. No one around him. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Great presence there. You think that shot's going up, but gets dished to the open man.
Fox kicks to Cauley-Stein. To the middle. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Oh, man, yeah, he read it all the way. He got a jump on it. Very close.
Swiped it away. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Yeah, while he's taking off, no one on the other side reacts. They give up the easy points.
Now here's Fox. He feeds it to Jackson. Cauley-Stein a screen. And it's Carter missing.
Well, it's been a rough game for him, but it won't sting too bad as long as they hang on to the lead.
Babbitt's shot is off.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. Inside, Jackson. Detman with the block. Babbitt from long range. A rebound by Carter. Carter's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
The first one falls. That one is no good. The second chance effort. And there's the nice layup by Cauley-Stein. And the Kings lead by 18.
Oh, man, the relentless pursuit of the basketball by Cauley-Stein. Just a tremendous hustler on the offensive glass.
Delaney kicks to Dedman. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
Carter right side. Fox passes to Cauley-Stein. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, man, Cauley-Stein is just a workhorse down inside, and because of his efforts, he earns a lot of tough foul calls in the process.
No good on the free throw. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Here's Bellinelli. Got a piece of it. Here's Jackson. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that one's good. Delaney.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Here's Fox following the three by Atlanta. Here's Jackson, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And there's the foul. This goes against Atlanta. The first free throw is good for the Hawks. Prince is checked in for Luke Babbitt. Ken Bazemore comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Malcolm Delaney. Jackson hits both of them. So it's Atlanta now, trailing by 19. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game, and that game is the second of two straight at home. Ilyasova a screen. Schroeder dishes to Dedmon. And Ilyasova kicks to Prince. The Hawks get it back in a new 24. Pass to Ilyasova. Schroeder against Carter. The second chance effort. And it's finished off by Schroeder as he lays it in.
It's been a steady game for him, but he hasn't done enough to keep them from falling behind.
Fox passes to Cauley-Stein. Kicks it to Carter. Looking to get back on track here. He lays it in.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Ilyasova. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. On a heel, he's checked in for Jackson. Now Schroeder. Bazemore with it. There's the pick. Shot clock at 5. With the putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Now, here's Fox. He dishes it to Cauley-Stein. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Schroeder. Here's Prince. And Vince Carter pulls it down. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Cauley-Stein. Tries again, and it's good on the layup. Cauley-Stein's got 19 points.
Nice work to get in position for the rebound and the putback. He has no off switch.
And Ilyasova kicks to Prince. Back to Ilyasova. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ilyasova. Sacramento leading by 19 points. Now here's Hield. And here's Carter. The feed now to Fox. 5 on the clock. From deep. Buries it from three-point range.
And Fox must continue to work on that shot. When he's knocking it down from there, boy, the D is in trouble.
Now here's Bazemore. Prince outside. Dedmon kicks it to Bazemore. Dedmon dishes to Bazemore. Back to Dedmon. The feed to Schroeder. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Bazemore. Passes it to Ilyasova. Over Labissiere. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
Carter, the pass to Labissiere. Misses from short range. It's stolen by Hield. Schroeder comes with the double team. And so here's Sacramento. Fox kicks to Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Ilyasova. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Ilyasova's got 6 here in this quarter. Sacramento leading by 22. Feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Here's Prince. Poked away. The dive for the ball. It's stolen by Hield. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Chris, you look at the league right now, how different would you say it is from when you played? And if there are a lot of differences, do you like the changes?
The NBA is much different from when I played. When I played, if you shot a jumper from the 15-foot range free throw line, they criticize you as a big fella. Now you have to be able to space the floor. If you were a big fella and led the break back then, they criticize you. Now you have a guy like Durant who is 6'11". So the game has changed from rules. It was so much more physical at the time. It was a slower pace. But, you know, that was then. I love the way that the game is now. I love that players have more freedom. I love that the pace is faster. You don't have to look back at your coach to have a play called every time. The trust is put in these players' skill sets. And so I love it, man. Anytime you can see Harden go to work, Durant go to work, Curry go to work, Westbrook go to work, LeBron go to work, Irving go to work, and just watch them play in an open offense, man, it's a lot of fun. So, yeah, I like the changes, and it was fun when I played as well.
He hits both from the stripe. For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Bazemore dishes to Muscala. Over to the left wing. This one for 3. It's not going to go for him. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Dishes to Cauley-Stein. The rebound by Prince. Atlanta's shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Here's Schroeder. Sacramento grabs the miss.
I'm not sure if the D bothered him or if he just lost concentration on that one, but that's a layup he should convert.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
The Hawks again can't hit. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Fox passes to Randolph. Rebounded by the Hawks. Ilyasova's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Ilyasova, a screen on Carter. Prince's shot is good.
Oh, he took a terrific angle right there off the screen, something they work on every day in practice.
Sacramento in total control. Fox kicks to Carter. Now Fox. Randolph sets a screen for Fox. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. The NBA coaching ranks always looked at and scrutinized. Only 30 great jobs out there in the league. And yet they're on the firing line, it seems like, every season. Chris, what enables head coaches, in your opinion, to be successful? And has that changed over the years?
Well, I think what allows you to be successful, first of all, what is your acumen for the game? Can you communicate? Can you inspire players? Are you a humble guy? And, you know, I think those are the main things that you have to, you know, have as a coach. But look, players get traded all the time. Everybody's under pressure. So, you know, just got to do your best and keep it moving.
And the first one at the line is good. Atlanta making some changes. Collins checked in for Ilyasova. Bellinelli comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Malcolm Delaney in for Dennis Schroeder. And a change for Sacramento. Bogdanovich is checked in. Fox hits them both. Atlanta's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Here's Delaney. He kicks it to Collins. There's the dish to Bellinelli. Just 5 on the clock. Jumper off the screen, and play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Yeah, pretty obvious over the back call there, but being out of position, that was really the only option.
He went for it. I'll give him that. Showing some fight on the boards, even if it's not the smartest play in the world.
Atlanta making a switch here. Babbitt's checked in, and then for Sacramento, Yorgos Papagiannis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Jackson comes in for Hield, and it's Mason in for Fox. And that one falls for Collins. And the game is a passion, as we know, Chris. But does it help to have outside interests? You're passionate about art. You make music. You're a writer. You're a thinker. Talk what all that is about and what that means to you.
Well, I think being a complete person helps whatever job that you're doing. You know, we all are more than our job. But basketball, you have to put everything into it. And so sometimes to rejuvenate yourself, you need to get fed other places and kind of feed your passions. And so I think a lot of times when players feed their passions, it's really just to have enough energy to complete their goal of getting through a grueling 82-game season with all the ups and downs, the expectations, the heartbreak, the celebrations. And so I think for myself and for many other successful players that I've seen, those that have tried to approach life with the same way that they approach basketball, that's just live with passion, try to learn as much as you can, enjoy every moment. Usually to me, they are the most successful because it takes pressure off of playing the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Sacramento.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the more valuable highlights of the game was the great night it turned out to be for Willie Cauley-Stein.
The energy he played with tonight was amazing, and it paid off the most on the glass where he dominated the rebounding stats.
Here's Bellinelli. Goes up again. It's good. 29 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Mason with it. Outside, Bogdanovich. Over Bellinelli. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Well, I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
That's just too easy. I mean, you can't let him post you like that.
Well, yeah, you want to try to deny and take something away, but you can also see he's smart about his position.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Zach Randolph. Zebo, what was the biggest difference tonight?
We just came out, we was more physical this game, and we came out with being aggressive, and that's what we had to do. We got stops and being aggressive, and, you know, everybody contributed tonight. It was a team win.
Physical is who you guys are, Zach. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.